Well, Gurbani, the Guru's words, they're recorded by the Guru themselves, they were written and checked. And one of the things that the Guru said is, Sarab Rog ka aukh naam. The solution to all disease is Naam. Naam means the name of God, the experience of the divine. So it is a fact that if you meditate, you connect to God, you have that experience, you can be cured of certain diseases. There's been many people that have talked about how they were cured of illness when they came to the Guru. So in terms of spiritual healings, which I know is a very common miracle within the Christian tradition, that's very much a part of Sikh tradition. I can point to just, for example, but I want to give the second side as well. The both sides remain true. So for example, at one point there's a famous saint of the last century, Baba Harnam Singh, 1980s, he was still around. And his sort of closest follower was very ill on his deathbed. He's on a fever, he's about to pass away. He came back and he recited the 5 prayers we do every day into some water, stirred it with a sword, and then gave it to him to drink. And literally, a couple of hours later, he was back from the dead and rejuvenated. So we believe that God's word, the Gurbani, actually can rejuvenate you. But at the same time, that doesn't mean that you can't fall ill. And then the same saint gives an example when he was asked about why a certain person was crippled currently. Why was he a cripple? If he was such a saintly person, why was he a cripple? Why did he walk? He was lame. Why did he walk with just one leg well and the other leg injured? And then he gave the example of what happened in his past life. He said that in his past life, he'd been eating his dinner. He was of a good family. He wasn't a bad person. He was eating his dinner, and a dog came and stole his dinner, his roti, when he wasn't looking. And then, in anger, picked up a stick and he broke that dog's back. Now, obviously, that food, he was not going to take it back from the dog and eat it. It was gone. But in his anger, so as I said earlier, anger is one of the 5 things that we suffer from. So this consequence of that person doing that in his last life was in this life, he too was born lame. Because when he broke that dog's back, then that dog spent the rest of his life crawling on his front 2 legs. And now he had to go through that experience. So yes, what we go through right now, whatever we're going through right now, the Guru explicitly says, is a result of our actions. Yet at the same time, the solution also, whether it's a physical solution of getting better, is through God's name, but also the emotional solution of actually rising above that pain and not seeing that pain as pain itself and rising above it, that also comes from God's name. So yeah, the game's not quite understood by us mere mortals, but the reality is that all solutions lie in God's name.